ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று துப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
We are going through the 11th, actually 10th. We are also repeating the 10th mistake, and 11th go on to 32 mistakes. Totally there are 32 mistakes, but we are capable of making more and more mistakes than 32. So now we are listening to the God's words, the very God's words. Bhagavan Shiman Narayana is telling Mahalakshmi, the goddess of fortune, the goddess of wealth, in order that we all must know. Just like Bhagavad Gita was not given to only in Arjuna, we are all Arjunas, and therefore we are restless, we have tensions, and therefore in order to have a clear idea of what temple worship is, there are three types of temple worship. One is the Shiva temple, that which we do not know. So the other two belong to the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, namely Pancaratra and Vaikhanasa. Vaikhanasa has been founded by a sage called Vikhanas. Of course, every creation, everything was only created by the Lord. Only Lord Sriman Narayana is responsible for all, either good or bad, if you say call it bad. Pancaratra is a very book of Lord Sriman Narayana, as we consider Srimad Bhagavatam as a very Lord Krishna. Generally we say Pustakam is Saraswati, but with regard to Srimad Bhagavatam, it is Lord Krishna himself. Saraswati is another name of Mahalakshmi. All of us can understand very easily. There are 4 names which we repeat every day 3 times. Saraswati, Gayatri, Sandhya, Sandhya Enama, Savitri, Sandhya, Savitri, Gayatri, Saraswati. All these 4 names are not different from Mahalakshmi. They are one and the same. But understanding is different because we have some aims, different aims. We say in Sanskrit a proverb called Lokaha Bhinna Ruchihi. Everybody has a different taste. So, but here, this was given to Mahalakshmi, rather not Mahalakshmi alone. All of us are involved here, especially those who are worshipping as a priest in the temple, especially in the temple. At home also, we must always follow these rules also. Whatever has been prescribed for home worship, we must follow. And this is more meant for, more importantly meant for temple worship. And therefore, priests should follow strictly these rules, especially don'ts. We are now discussing don'ts, DONTS. That is, what are we not to do? What are we not to do? So all of us can understand by Keshodas Swami will tell you the Pashuram also, Vayyattu Vaadvirgal, so Namam Nambavaki. So we have 6 actions prohibited, 6 actions recommended. There are 12 actions, so 6 positive and 6 negative. This is the, you can say, you can take the meaning of Vayyattu Vaadvirgal Tirupavai for these mistakes, instead of these mistakes. But there is only number 6 there. Here we have 32. 32. 32 is a special number in mathematics. And in order to have a code word for 32, we say tooth, T-O-O-T-H, our tooth. Generally, our teeth are 32 in number, in the beginning, at least. So when they are grown fully, we have 32. And Paduka Sahasram of Sri Vedanta Deshika contains 32 chapters, and so on. So we have different, 32 is a special number. So now we are going to the 10 and 11. So Dashamasya Aparadho Hayam Mama Devi Narochate. When the priest wears a black dress, it is not approved by the Lord. He won't like it. So we are all doing any action to please the Lord. Lord is to be pleased. That should be our aim. It is not our happiness that we are concerned with, but it is only God's happiness. That we must remind ourselves in the mind. We must keep it in mind that His joy is more important than our joy. Rather, His joy is the only important aspect here. Now, paridhaya ekavastram cha yastu vai mam prapadyate. So suppose a priest wears only one cloth, namely dhoti, as we say in Hindi, veshti, we say in Tamil, rather Sanskrit also. We have different forms of veshti. We call it in Tamil Adaya Valendan. It's the name of a street in Srirangam. It means it winds around the body, from the hip to the bottom, that is to the leg, to the foot. So we have what you call Tattu Veshti. We call it in Tamil Tattu Veshti. And suppose one is a brahmachari. Brahmachari doesn't mean, as we say, bachelor, unmarried status. So brahmachari meaning one who is interested in God, 24/7. And that brahmachari wears only one, generally 4-yard dhoti, 4-yard dress. And then we have 9 plus 5, 9 plus 5, 9.5 or 10.6. So suppose there is only one dress, the lower dress, then Lord doesn't like it. Therefore, paridhaya ekavastram. Ekavastram is for only sannyasi, and he also will have a second garment. We also have sometimes 3 garments. One is veshti, the other is angavastram, what is called upper cloth. The third will be there in order to wind around us on the upper portion of the body. That sometimes it serves as the third Yajnopavitam, Punul. So the sacred thread. There are people who in the Advaita Sampradaya who wear three threads, three sacred threads. Generally, while we first have Upanayanam, that's called a birth. So we have one Yajnopavitam of three threads. One Yajnopavitam with three threads. And again, after marriage, that is just before marriage, we have the Vratam completed, and then three threads, two sets. So two Yajnopavitams. And then third Yajnopavitam is also there. That is only in some other Sampradaya, which significance we may not know. Sometimes they misinterpret it as second marriage. So when one has a second wife, that is first wife is gone, so second wife is there, then they have third Yajnopavita. I think that is not the right interpretation. In order to clear the doubt, I am saying this. So we are not going now deviating from something. So Paridhaya Ekavastram. So having only one dress. Chayastu, why meaning truly, definitely. Mam prapadyate. He approaches me, that is, surrenders to me. So I don't like it. Mama narochate. You have to take the either previous line or next line. Any two lines can be, any of the two lines can be taken. That is the beauty in Sanskrit. So Ekadasha Aparadastu. This is the 11th mistake. Aparadaha, as we say in Tamil, it is not fine, F-I-N-E. The money that you pay for the mistake committed. No, that is not aparada. Aparada meaning mistake. Please note. I remind yourself, you know that many of the members who attend here will know. Ekadasha aparadahatu, 11th mistake. Even if it is 11th our mistake, so mama vipriya karanam. He becomes my enemy. The priest becomes my enemy. So I don't like it. Mama vipriya karanam. In Sanskrit, the beauty is vipriya karanam can mean opposite ideas. That is, I don't like it one meaning. I like it very much is another meaning. So according to the context, you must take the meaning. You should not say, no, both meanings can be taken, or let us take positive meaning. He likes me when I have only one dress. No. So there is a Vigraha Vakya for this. That is what we call English Sanskrit explanation. So Vigatam Priyam, Vipriyam, or Vishishtam Priyam, Vipriyam. There are two types of meaning, which is opposed to each other. It's very beautiful in Sanskrit. You cannot have in any language. I challenge, if you find in any other language, two opposite meanings for single word, I will remove my name, as we say. I will take away my name. So then maybe some language has got, but we don't know. There are two meanings. Varanaha. Varanaha means, according to Tamil, it means male, cock, C-O-C-K, cock. Whereas Varanaha also means elephant. There are two meanings. There are two meanings for many words, but not opposite meaning. The cock is not opposed to elephant. Now, suppose these 11 mistakes are done. All the 11 mistakes are done by the priest. Then kruddaha tu ekscha karmani kurute karma karaka. So all these 11 mistakes will be added to, that is, even though we don't commit to these 11 mistakes, then suppose I am getting angry over these rules. As a priest, I am getting furious. My spirits are up. Then that is a waste of worship. The worship is a waste, meaning the worship will not please the Lord. Again, remember the same idea. Please the Lord. Don't try to please yourself. Today I have my satisfaction that I have done my duty well. No, you are not supposed to concentrate on your satisfaction. Kruddha tu, when you are furious, then yasya karmani kurte, one who does all actions, karma karakaha, we are all servants. So dwadasham cha aparadam tu kalpayami vasundhare. So already Keshav Swami said kalpayami, I establish. So that means I say to you, this is a rule for you. Vasundhare, O goddess of earth, O goddess of earth. Already the members know, honorable members know, but I am repeating the meaning. Vasu means wealth. Vasudharati iti vasundhara. Vasudharati iti vasundhara, meaning earth. It contains a lot of wealth. Very, very important for our living, namely food, as well as the costly belongings, namely jewels. All jewels, all 9 gems are available on the earth. Only 2 are available on the ocean. The ocean is also on the earth. So all the 9 gems are always available on the earth. And therefore, we say Vasundhara. How do you get it in a dot between Vasu and Dhara? That is a Sanskrit conjunction. So, Sandhi rules. So, Vasudharati iti Vasundhara. Vasu is an Napumsakalinga word, neuter gender word. And you would have heard about 8 gods name by name, same name, Vasu. They are called Ashtavasava. Ashtavasukkal we say in Tamil. That means they are also wealthy gods, rich gods. All gods are rich, but they are richer. All gods are handsome, but Manmatha is most handsome. Manmatha is more handsome, we say. Lord Srimanarayana is the most handsome among the gods. So you have a doctor, Ashwin is a doctor, Ashwini is a doctor. So among the 33 crores of gods, we have 2 doctors. Only 2 doctors because they don't get disease. So 12th mistake is what we saw earlier in the line. So Dwadasham cha aparadam tu kalpayami vasundare. One who is getting angry over all actions towards the worship of God, he is committing 12th mistake. Now, what are the flowers that we must not offer? All negative. All negative. We are talking about mistakes here. I don't know why the presentation in all books, ancient books, starting from scriptures to today, they all portray only negative aspect of. They all express don'ts. They all propagate don'ts. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. No, that is, of course, I understand there is a stress on double stress, triple stress on our inactivity. That is, we must be inactive on all these things. Meaning, we must not follow these actions. Why? Collecting flowers. What are the flowers prohibited? So, akarmanyani pushpani yastu mam upakalpe. Fortunately, the flowers are not mentioned here. Names of flowers are not mentioned here in this context. So, suppose you want to know, you can consult elders and again scholars. And again, you will ask why. Why you must avoid some flowers? So the question is, it is very easy to distinguish by yourself, namely good smelling flowers and bad smelling flowers. Good smelling flowers and non-smelling flowers. There are flowers which do not give any smell. So that doesn't mean they are bad. But sweet smelling flowers only will be offered to God. Again, among the sweet smelling flowers, we will offer only a few. Now, why this, what we call so narrowing the number specification. Why more and more specifications are there? That means our concentration is, my mind is concentrated on the God. Our concentration should be on the God, not on the flower. not on the beauty of the flower, not on the color of the flower, not on the smell of the flower. We are plucking it for the God. That you must remember. So avoid certain flowers. That will be what will be. So if you adopt these flowers, if you use those flowers, then it will be 13th mistake. Trayodasha aparadham. Not Kshamami. Everywhere he is saying he is not patient enough to forgive us. Not Kshamami. I don't excuse. I don't pardon the priest when he collects banned flower. Vasundare. Why Vasundare? Why not Mahalakshmi and Goda, the Goda Devi on that? Because the flowers grow only on earth, not in heaven, not in Sivaikuntham. So the flowers are available only here. So Parijata Vriksham is available in only heaven, not even Vaikuntham. So there are no flowers there. Just of course, I'm just joking. Sharanagati, if you go through Sharanagati Gadyam, you will understand how many flowers are there in Vaikuntham. And see Vaikunta Gadyam also you can understand. See Vaikunta Gadyam you can understand from Ramanuja how beautiful the garden, the park is, and you have different types of flowers. So again, lastly in this page, yastu raktena vastrena kausumbena adhigacchati. Suppose a priest approaches me, adhigacchati. There are two meanings for adhigacchati. One is reaching, the other is knowing. Adhigacchati means knows, Knows, and getting near, getting, approaching, arriving, getting. So he gets. Suppose somebody uses red colored dhoti, highly red colored dhoti, dark red colored dhoti. Any color, of course, any colorful dhoti. Raktena vastrena. Kausumbena. Kusumba is the name of a flower. So you can take any flower which is red. You can say red rose, red hibiscus, chambarati. You can take the red color. So there are so many red colored flowers. So the flower's color is in the dress. So don't use any red dress. Red is very attractive. Therefore, the priest should not wear. We will look at the only the beauty of the color of the dress of the priest and not the God. We must concentrate on God only while we go to the temple. Lord, don't look at the beautiful, what you call border, as you say, ladies say. Yeah, Kusumba is, give me the chat again, sorry. Give me back the chat. I think you can repeat the chat here. I did not notice. Sorry. So ladies like different types of borders in the sari. Kusumba is Tamil safflower. Carthama tinctorius. Okay. Maybe saffron flower? No. Safflower. Okay. I have not heard about it. There is no correlation between Sanskrit words and English names, unfortunately. We are not able to identify perfectly, 100% perfectly, between the botanical names and the exact name in Tamil in especially South India. Saffron, crocus state. So Kausumba should be a saffron flower, Kungumappu, available in Kashmir. Okay. So any color as well. We are not worried about the color of the flower, color of the dress, but the colored dress must not be used. So we go to the 14th mistake. This is the 14th mistake. Raktu Raktena Vastrana is 14th mistake. So Chaturdasha Aparadam to Nakshamami Vasundari. I told you, I think I promised you, but I will tell you later. From Ramayana, from Srimad Bhagavata, you have a lot of sets of portions of text where same words are repeated. So Nakshamami Vasundare is a common term in many verses here. Na rochate is also a common term. Kalpayami Vasundari is common term. Kalpayami Vasundari. And so on. So Chaturdasha Aparadam to Nakshamami Vasundari. A priest is prohibited to wear a red colored dress. Andhakare to Mam Devi, yes, Prishet to Kadachan. Now you have a very strict rule. After closing the temple, after closing the doors of the temple, no priest, nobody else also is allowed into the temple. Today it is for safety. Today it is for safety. But the rules say that according to the Shastra, Pancaratra Shastra, one must not enter into the temple. Unfortunately, for example, January 1st of English year is celebrated by an entry into the temple at 12 midnight. And I was also one of the culprits in a place called LA in USA. They opened the doors of the Balaji temple at 12 midnight on January 1st. The problem is, the demand is, I must pray for the new year, and the whole new year I must be happy. So it's a selfish motive, and they start praying with Vishnu Sahasranamam, Bhagavad Gita, Suprabhatam. All okay, all prayers are right, but you are not supposed to wake him up. He is like just like us in attitude. He needs rest. The same trouble is given to one of the most famous temple in India, namely in Andhra Pradesh. I don't want to name the temple. So a small time of rest, very little time of rest is given. For example, they'll close at 11 p.m. and open at 1 a.m. That is not right. That is not right. So, andhakare. Suppose you don't put on lights, you enter into the temple, though you have keys as a priest, you enter like a thief into the temple in the dark climate. Andhakare to Mam Devi, Devi, O goddess. You can take any goddess, Mahalakshmi, Vasundhara, namely Bhuma Devi and so on. So yes, Prishetu to Kadatu. Go and touch him. When one goes and touches him, Kadachana, at any time. At any time. At any time meaning after the closing of the temple and before the opening of the temple. Then that will be the 15th mistake. Panchadasha aparadam. Tam kalpayami vasundhare. I think we can just go very easily because the words are familiar to you now. Yeah, even for the newcomer, Jai Sri Satyanarayan. So, yastu Krishnena vastrena mama karmani karayet. Shodasham chaparadam tam kalpayami na samshayaha. So, already we saw the dress color prohibited, namely Raktena vastrena. Now you have Krishnena vastrena, black color. Already I think it has been mentioned. So, mama karmani karayet. Suppose you are the chief priest and you are not doing it the worship of the Lord, but you are asking somebody to worship the Lord in your place. That is, you make somebody do. Yeah, Neela Vastrena, very good. Neela Vastrena, it's not blue, it's black. That's why it's a repetition. If it is a repetition, we will find a mistake for repetition. Punarukti dosha, Sanskrit, Punarukti dosha. But it is not so because it is only for stress, deeper stress. Remember, thanks to Keshadas Swami, he quoted the previous word, Neelena Vastrena. Neelam is not blue, as we say in Tamil. Or one can take the sky blue, light blue. No, only black, light black. Clouds are light black. When they are not full of water, they are light black. When they are very blackish, we say they are full of water. So now, so again, I mean, repetition is only for the stress that is making the idea implanted in our mind. So, Krishnena vastrena mama karmani kare. Then that is the 16th mistake. Shodasham sapradam tam kalpayami na samshaya. There is no doubt. So don't have apprehensions on my words, he says. Say, you will ask, you will blame Lord Shimanarayana, why so many rules? Why do you impose so many rules? Don't, let us have some freedom to have different dress. I want to have a sartorial fashion. I want to be a dandy. D-A-N-D-Y. I want to be a dandy. I want to attract the devotees to the temple. Therefore, the temple will have a lot of money, income. I'm not doing for my selfish sake. I'm not doing for it my family. I am selfless. I am getting income for the temple. Therefore, I want to wear so many colored dress. Today you will see a priest will have I told you just now about ladies, the border, the colorful border of the dhoti, and especially I don't find mistake, but in our two sampradayas, Vadagalai and Tengalai, they are vying with each other. VYING. Also in Tamil, weighing with each other. Rendu verum scolding each other. VYING, weighing with each other. They are competing with each other. That I must have a 5 inches border, you will have 10 inches border. Colorful borders. And another mistake that we do is we wear the name Om Namo Narayanaya in the dhoti, at least in Angavastram, and we have our symbols of forehead, namely Vadagalai Thiruman and Tengalai Thiruman Kapu. And when they are one, touching the leg, it is very big mistake. The Thiruman Kapu symbol should not be in the border while we wind around our legs. So at least in the hip you can have, not below the knee. Names of the Lord. That means it almost comes near the legs, foot, our full feet, and then we are actually disrespecting the Lord. So either the symbol or the names. So for example, in Tirupati, whenever somebody pays heavily, 3 lakhs rupees, they are given a silk angavastram, a small angavastram, with the letters printed there, Om Namo Venkateshaya. Om Namo Venkateshaya is there in the vastram, in the angavastram. That is at least on the upper garment. But we are not supposed to wear the names and symbols below our knee. Therefore, in the hip they have belts, BELTS, what you call Kanchi, Uddiyanam, Tamil, Mekhala, Rasana, these are all Sanskrit words. Kanchi, Rashana, Shaktisha, Rashana, Mekhala, meant for only ladies generally, Uddiyanam. So we have belt. So belt can have the names, the symbols and so on. So this is a mistake to wear it under the knee. So then 17th mistake. Vasaha samavadhunvan vayastu mayi upakalpe. Now when we wear the dress, for example, Angavastram, don't wave it so that the wind that comes out of waving your dress should not touch the Lord. The air should not touch the Lord. The wind should not touch the Lord. So also, your dress also should not touch the Lord. Samamadhunvan meaning, so you just flap, flip. to flip the dress. Then suppose when the dress is wet, you want to dry it. So you have you throw the dress in the air, and therefore, so you should not make your dress touch the Lord. Mayi upakalpaye. So suppose somebody does it, that will be 17th mistake. Sapta dasha aparadham tam kalpayami vasundari. Then Shwanam, Sprishtva, Argyam Anyadva, Yo Dadyat Mama Madhavi. Madhavi, as we understood earlier, Mahalakshmi is there. Mahalakshmi, Dava husband. So Mahalakshmi is husband. So Madhavi is wife of Mahalakshmi's husband. Means same. So it's a what you call Sambodhana Prathama Vibhakti in Sanskrit. Vocative case. VOCATIVE. How we address the goddess. Sprishtva, Shwanam Prishtva, touching a dog. Everywhere we now see that people rear dogs at home. They take it for a walk. Whether you want to have a walk or not, your dog should have a walk. Otherwise, it will not be healthy. Therefore, it will be healthy only if it has a walk. In the morning, you can wait the morning time, very beautiful morning time, with the dog walk. It is not a cake walk. It is not, as we say, we have different walks. So in our walk of life, we must not have dog touched. So why again we will asking what it is a creation. It is a creation of God. It's an animal. We are also animals. We are also social animals. We move with each other. Shwanam. Shwa is dog. You can say you have another word. Sarameyam. You have the word kukkuram. There are so many words for dog. So, but sprishtva, touch it. Argyam. So you offer water to the Lord. Argyam, that is to wash the hands. Symbolically, you give the argyam to the Lord, you offer argyam to the Lord, you submit argyam to the Lord, and also padyam and achamaniyam. Everything in 3 times. Argyam samarpayami, along with Ashtakshara mantra. And therefore, anyadva. So anyadva means something else, namely padyam and achamaniyam. So yaha dadyat, one who gives mama and madhavi to me, O goddess of fortune, ashtadasha aparadha. This is the 18th mistake. Again, na samshaya, there is no doubt. So that is certainly, it means certainly. Then last 19th one. Varaham estu mamsam vai bhakshayastha prapadyate. Now you will be wondering why when only one exclusively a caste on the caste basis, varna, we are appointing the priest of the temple, but in Srirangam, as you can have example, in Srirangam itself, or in all other places also, there are temples managed by non-Brahmins. Why I call the non-Brahmin in the sense, it is a British term made to divide us. Therefore, let us have Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are the 4 varnas. Out of the 4 varnas, they are called three varnas, namely. Of course, 3 varna is the first 3. This is the next 3. Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So these 3 people generally may take non-vegetarian food, and they may take even BOAR, Varaham. I don't know this kind of. I don't think Chinese also do not take great boar of the forest. It's called wild boar. Kattupanri. This is one of the incarnations of the Lord. Therefore, also you are not supposed to even think of eating it. So Varaham is the mamsam. Mamsam is flesh, as you know, very easily. In Sanskrit, it is very easy to have another word, palam. Phalam is fruit, as all of you know. Palam, first pa. Palam means mamsa. Suppose you want to give a secret message to others, you need not say mamsam. You can use palam. In Tamil, there's another meaning also. That's a measurement. Palam is measurement. Measurement. It's a kind of measurement. Quantity measurement. Quantitative measurement. So, mamsam vai bhakshayitva prapadyate. So, after, generally you take it as taking non-vegetarian food, then don't go to the temple. That is prapadyate. Bhakshayitva prapadyate. So, why truly? Bhakshayitva after eating. Prapadyate. Now you will ask the question, Lord Shiva is given, worshipped by, and Nayanmar out of the 63 with mamsam, with flesh, rather any flesh of the animal in the forest. Generally people eat goat and cow, rather bull. So they call it beef and chicken. But whereas many people use many types of birds and animals to eat. They take even in deer, antelope. They also eat. So in that case, so only don't say varaham mamsam, meaning only exclusively great boar's flesh, but any non-vegetarian food, any non-vegetarian food. It is also alleged by non-vegetarians that some eggs are vegetarian, some eggs are non-vegetarian. Why some? I asked him why some eggs are vegetarian. They say the chicken will not come out of the egg. It's a bad egg. That means, can you take a bad egg? No. It will not. It is not fertile egg. It will not give birth to a bird, and therefore, so they say it is vegetarian egg. We stylishly call the person vegan, V-E-G-A-N, vegan. Maybe he's a pure vegetarian, but in a flight we call it vegan. So you have to order food as a vegan. Otherwise, so half vegetarian, half non-vegetarian. We used to joke with the Tamil word, vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Are you a vegetarian or non-vegetarian? No, I am I'm non-vegetarian. Non-vegetarian. Ekona Vinshaparadham, this is the 19th mistake. In Sanskrit, you have to read it just like Urdu, right to left. So Vimsha is 20, Unam is minus, Ekaha is 1. So 20 minus 1 is 19. This is how we number in Sanskrit. Very difficult also. Very difficult. Ekona Vimshaha. Suppose we say Nava Dasha. Now today new term is allowed, I think, by Samskrita Bharati. Navadasha is used here in future. But old type is Ekonavimsha. Ekonavimsha Paradam, 19th mistake. Pratijanami Madhavi. Pratijanami means I promise. Pratijanami means I promise. Janami means I know. Pratijanami means I promise. Nan satyam panni kodukuren. We use the word shape. The word shape equal to pratijanami. Synonym of pratijanami is shape. I aham shape. So Madhavi, O goddess of wealth. Then Jalapadam Samasnan, why yastu mam upasartam? There is a number which tells, may tell you the meaning. No, it is not there. So Jala Ghatam. Jala Ghatam. Okay. So Jala means net. A fisherman's net is called Jala. Any hunter's net is called Jala. Jali we say in Tamil, no? And in a construction of a house, when you have some beautiful design instead of a window with a lot of holes in between, we call it Jali. Tamil Jali is different. We are happy. But Sanskrit Jala also means magic. Indra Jala is magic. We are caught into the net of the mind of the magician. Therefore, Jala. Jala means net, N-E-T. Valai. Tamil Valai. Sanskrit word there is a more Sanskrit word. There are more Sanskrit for Jal. So Jala Padam. It is not Padam actually here in the no footnote. It is Padam. Badham. Jala Badham. One, any living being affected by, yes, any uh, any bird, yes, any living being, not even bird, any living being affected by net, that is caught by the net, should not be taken. So Samashnan, சமஸ்னன்னா ஒரு கட்டு கட்டுறதுன்னு தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவாங்க. ஒரு வெட்டு வெட்டுறது. ஒரு 1 கிலோ அது மாதிரி சொல்றேன், சும்மா சொல்றேன். 1 கிலோ இங்கிலீஷ்ல இருக்கு, கிளட்டன், GLUTTON, Samashnan. When one is a glutton in taking any living being caught in the net, for example, even a deer, as he said, bird, then fish, anything you can say. So generally it's a general term for all these. So any living being, many people, many what you call nomads, NOMADS, குறவர்கள் சொல்லுவோம் தமிழ்ல, குறவர்கள். They kill squirrels by arrow. By arrow, their aim is very good. They hit at the target very intelligently. They hit at the squirrels. They eat squirrels. Squirrel is a very, what do you call, sadhu mrigam, animal. Very, very, very soft. They take hare also, HARE, rabbit. These are also very soft animals, innocent animals. But they are also taken. So Jala Padam. So Samashnan, it is not enough that you say caught by net, caught by any weapon, or arrow, sword, any sharp weapon. So why astu mam upasarpati? After making a very heavy grub, the mam upasarpati, somebody approaches me, then that is the 20th mistake. Aparadam vimsham imam. Kalpayami vasundar. Sprutavai deepakam yastu mohat sprishati madhavi. No, you see a lamp either lit by yourself or somebody else. திருவிளக்கு எரியுது, கோவில்ல விளக்கெல்லாம் எரியுது, நிறைய விளக்கு எரியுது. கார்த்திகை டயத்துல நிறைய விளக்கு எரியுது. During Kartika Deepa, the whole month, or even the Dhanurmasa, Margazhi month, we used to light lamps either in the portico, veranda, the front veranda, or the back. I mean, so in the morning and the evening. The morning we light the lamp for Kartika month, and in the evening for Dhanurmasa. Maybe I'm changing. So the time is very important. The month is very important. The lamp, lighting the lamp is very important. But you light the lamp with a lot of oil, not oil, ghee. And then you have iluppai ennai. I think Keshavdas Swami will. That is called some nut. It is not soap nut, but it's some nut called iluppai. So iluppai ennai is the best after ghee. Ghee is the very best. That will do health. I mean, do good to your health in the atmosphere at home. So we also offer to the temple the ghee for the lamps. So the ghee is used, oil, same oil is used, gingerly oil is used, iluppai ennai, அதையும் உபயோகப்படுத்துகிறோம். So many other oils. Today, Panchadeepam oil. That is not to be done. So please note, because we have no money, economically we are less gifted. We are not supposed to buy Panchadip. I am not spoiling the business of the shops, but please note, Panchadipam contains contaminated oil. Panchadipam is a pure 5 oils mixed, but it's a contaminated oil. All the oils are contaminated, and they are there, therefore they are cheap. And therefore don't buy Panchadipam and light the lamp. And the duty of the priest is not to touch the lamp in any part of the lamp. Oil will stick to his palms, hands, fingers. Don't touch the flame. That will heat your fingers. Don't even while adjusting the wick. திரிய சரி பண்றேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த விளக்க தொடக்கூடாது. விளக்க தொட்டுட்டு கை அலம்பாம பெருமாள்கிட்ட போகக்கூடாது. One has to understand deeply these rules. So Deepakam meaning a small lamp. சின்ன விளக்கு தானே அப்படின்னு தொடக்கூடாது. அது எண்ணெய் போய் கொடுக்குறீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, எண்ணெய் அதில் போய் ஊத்துறீங்க, அப்போ அந்த எண்ணெய் பாட்டில் கையில் தொட்டிருக்கீங்க, பிளாஸ்டிக் பாட்டில், கிளாஸ் பாட்டில், எவர் சில்வர் பாட்டில், எவ்ரி திங், தென் யூ ஹாவ் டு வாஷ் யுவர் ஹேண்ட்ஸ். அது சொல்லலை, வாஷிங் யுவர் ஹேண்ட்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்லலை, பட் once you touch, you must not go to the temple, inside the temple and touch the Lord. So that is the 21st mistake. Deepakam is a small lamp. And it is, you have forgotten the rules. Mohat, not out of confusion. Moha means confusion. You are interested in making the lamp flame with brightness. So you want to have brightness of the sanctum sanctorum. Therefore, you touch the wick and make it big, make the flame big. So you are not supposed to do it. Because you want to have a brighter room, what you call sanctum sanctorum. Sannidhi should be bright. Therefore, so you don't touch it. When you touch it, you are unfit for worshipping in the God. Don't touch the God. So smashanam yastu vai gatva mamascha eva abhigacchati. Already we saw 2 lines. Either you go near the dead body, we saw, or you touch the dead body. Any dead body, not only human beings, any dead body. Otherwise, you have to, when you go to a burial ground, graveyard, smashanam, yastu vai gatva, after going to a graveyard, otherwise called burial ground, so mama chaiva abhigacchati, don't come near. Don't come. Mama chaiva abhigacchati. So when you come near, approach as crematorium. Yes. Today, electric crematorium. Electric crematorium. There is a beautiful name in Tamil in Tiruchirappalli for the smashanam. It is named after a Christian name. And it's called Oya Mary. Oya Mary. A very beautiful name, I would say, because it reminds us that our life is transited. Our life is impermanent. Every second. So there is no rest for the cremation ground there. There is no rest for the cremation ground. Oya Mary. No rest for the ground. In the sense, the dead bodies come in legion. Legiy. Every day, every minute, they come. So many die. It's called Oya Mary. So now that will be the 22nd mistake. If one priest goes to the temple, but priest is invited to the burial ground so that he will perform the obsequies, the final rites for the dead personality. But afterwards, I told you already, You must change over to the change Yajnopavitam over from then take bath before taking wearing in the sacred thread and so on. We have to perform some rituals. And one simple formula is there for all of us, namely, even when we don't take baths, of course, we are not supposed to go to the temple, but remember the name of the Lord, Pundarikakshaha, Chandamarai Kannan, Thiruvallarai Perumal, Chandamarai Kannan, Pundarikakshaha. So there is a verse on this. Pavitrova, apavitrova. Apavitrova, pavitrova. Suppose you are not pure in the body, of course, mentally also you must be pure. Apavitrova, if you are impure, dirty, and pavitrova, even when you are pure, very holy, sacred in thought, word, and deed, and also the physical frame, yet, so you can say the name Pundarikaksha. So, apavitrova, pavitrova, yasmaret Pundarikaksham, saha, bahya abhyantara suchi. We will become mentally pure, that is inwardly pure and outwardly also pure when we say the name Pundarikaksha. So you say Srimate Pundarikakshaya Namaha. Very simple formula, but you cannot say it often and say, no, I need not take bath. In summer, today is April 8th. April 8th. So we have to take at least 2 times bath a day. ஆழ்வார் சொன்னது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். என்ன? அழுக்கு உடம்பு. அழுக்கு உடம்பு. As soon as we get out of the bathroom, we become dirty again. அழுக்கு உடம்பு. So we must think of our physical body, which is always dirty, sometimes pure, sometimes holy, sometimes sacred. The 23rd mistake is, don't deprive the cow or the bull its fodder, F-O-D-D-E-R. Fodder is a special, of course, food item for cows and bulls and buffaloes also, whether it is he buffalo or she buffalo. Vrishabhaha, Denuhu, any type of, even goats you can say. There is an interesting verse with which I complete the today's session. There is a verse in Bhartrihari. Bhartrihari was a king. He wrote 4 books. He wrote 4 books. One is a very famous grammar book. Famous grammar book, but less studied grammar book. Very difficult grammar book. It's called Vakyapadiyam. Vakyapadiyam. A king has written. A very, very, very difficult grammar book for even scholars. I have not studied that. And some foreigners from USA have studied that. Some foreigners, not all. In India, you can just count by fingers. At least maybe 9 people have studied Vakyapadiyam. Very difficult grammar, written by Bhartrihari, King Bhartrihari. There are 3 interesting hundreds. Shatakam. Shatakam is 100. Shatam is 100. Shatakam is sometimes less than 100 also, but Bhartrihari has overlooked 100. So 300 verses. When he was young, he wrote on love. Kadalapati or Shatakam. Shringara Shatakam. It's very interesting. Number 2, you must also read it at the ripe age. After 8 years, you can read Shringara Shatakam. Then again, second, when he became matured as a very beautiful administrator, good administrator, he wrote Niti Shatakam. And then at the final age, he wrote Vairagya Shatakam. So from the Vairagya Shatakam and Niti Shatakam are also very interesting. All the 3 are equally interesting. if I say. So for the sake of teaching, we have studied all the 300. Not Vakyapati, not grammar book. Grammar is always bitter. Pahaka Kashakaramani, Yelakanam Kashakum. There was one teacher to me called Pandita Raja Subramanya Shastri from Annamala University. He used to teach with the jokes the grammar. Humorously, he will put the grammatical ideas into our mind, push it in our mind. Very beautiful lecturer, in the sense, humorous. Humorous in grammar. It's very difficult. Very difficult. In this Pancaratra Raksa also, there is no humor, for example. But whereas in grammar, Sanskrit grammar, very difficult grammar. Sanskrit grammar is very difficult. Vakyapadiyam is the most difficult grammar book. There are 9 grammar books which Hanuman has studied. Nava Vyakarana Pandita. So the one must verse from the Niti Shatakam here. He says, King Bhartarihari says, one who has not studied either or both, namely the music, Sangeetam, and Shastram, science, that is metaphysics. I will say metaphysics. Science is metaphysics. Rather, God's science, spiritual science. Sangeeta, Shastra, Kala, Nipunaha. A man very great expert in even the arts, you can say, separately, third type, arts, drama, drawing, and so on, painting, and so on. So, Sangeeta, you must know to sing. So, Sangeeta, Shastra, Kala, Nipunaha. So, one must be like this. Shastra also must be studied. And suppose a person doesn't study both. So, Sangeeta, now I repeat the word with negatively. Sangeeta, Shastra, Kala, Vihinaha. He is equal to any animal. Like any animal meaning low animal, lower animal than the human being. And therefore, the human being who does not study music or the Shastra, namely Shastra meaning even scriptures. Let us take scriptures. Very difficult to study also. So let us take Shastras. For example, Pancaratra here. What will be he like? He will be an animal without Vishana, Pucha, Hinaha. Pucha, Vishana, Hinaha. He has no tail, he has no horn, H-O-R-N. Vishana is horn, Pucha is tail. So only difference between the animals, what we call the fauna, F-A-U-N-E, and the human being is the tail and the horn are not there. Suppose we don't study Sangeetam and Shastram, then we are animals without the horn and the tail. That's all. So, second line will be, he says, it is the luck of the cattle. It is luck of the cattle. Bhagadheyam Pashunam. Bhagadheyam Pashunam. We are all animals. Fortunately, we don't deprive of the cattle the grass. The grass. Suppose we start eating the grass also. For example, we all eat greens. Kira saapduvom. One of my friends say, why do you deprive goat all greens? என்னென்னோ கீரை இருக்கு ஸ்ரீரங்கத்தில் நிறைய இருக்கு. பசலைக்கீரை, முளைக்கீரை, கரிசலாங்கண்ணி கீரை, பொன்னாங்கண்ணி கீரை, அகத்திக்கீரை. There's umpteen varieties of greens. So when we eat all these leaves, then the cattle, including the goats, are deprived of this. So, Dishtya, fortunately, Trinam na khadati. Human beings do not eat grass. புல்லு சாப்பிடு, நல்ல வேளை தர்ப புல்லு, அப்புறம் அந்த அருகம் புல்லு அதெல்லாம் சாப்பிடல நம்ம. அப்படி சாப்பிட்டுருந்தா என்ன ஆகும்னு கேட்டா, அப்படி சாப்பிட்டுருந்தா இந்த பசியா வாடும் எல்லா மாடும் ஆடும். Bhagadeyam Pasunam. It is luck of the cattle that we don't eat, the humans do not eat grass. This is the verse from Niti Shatakam. Why I say this is, that is the 21st mistake, 22nd mistake.
रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम् कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः। वादिद्विभशिरोभङ्ग पञ्चानन पराक्रमः श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य शिरं विजयतां भुवि। சீரொன்னு தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்னு சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்றுதானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேற போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேறப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ